Have you ever noticed that those places in our state that dramatically shoot up and plunge down have some strange names? These are the Mule Mountains, but there's also Hell's Canyon and Weaver's Needle. One of my favorites is Tom's Thumb. It is a great place to mountain bike. But if you're going to do so, you better wrap those 10 fingers tightly around the handlebars.
The bikers tend to go by quickly in it. It's a beautiful trailhead. My name is Susan Larson. I'm a steward in the McDowells.
Perched in the McDowells Sonoran Preserve, the biking trails around Tom's Thumb are a good 1,000 feet higher than most of the Phoenix Metro.
Mountain biking in the McDowell Mountain Preserves is one of the greatest places because of the variety that you can get and different types of rides and trails. If you want to do stuff that's steep, you can do that. You can do flat and easy. You can do rocky and fast.
Whichever trail you choose, be aware you're never really alone out there.
I know there's coyotes. I haven't seen them. And we have snakes. And we have a Gila monster that lives under the bridge up there.
Views abound. Four Peaks, the Superstition Mountains, and most of all, the weird boulders, which can add challenges to the trails. But once you're out there on just two wheels, I'd advise spending at least as much time looking down as you do looking up. It's a lesson that new riders like Renee Katie have learned the hard way.
Well, I've only been riding for about the last year, and it has been very challenging. The first part of the year, I think I've had quite a few crashes. I was one each time I went out for a ride. You just have to keep going and stick with it and learn the terrain. The gravel is a big challenge, I think, out here in Arizona versus just the dirt.
The Sonoran Southwest is known for decomposing granite, and it gives a layer of, the best way to describe it is kitty litter. And it covers the trail, and it can be quite intense and slippery at times. You got to really watch yourself coming into corners for traction because it's easy to slip out and lose a wheel and slide to the ground.
And it takes some guts to ride over those ruts.
When it rains, you've got the grooves in the terrain. And so when you hit that, it definitely can kick your bike off your wheels, and that can definitely put you head over heels. It's definitely a workout. You've got the uphill and the downhill, so both of it is challenging, I think, for a new rider, as far as just learning how to stay upright, and the physicalness and just your cardio has been a new challenge for me.
You know, I've taken plenty of spills out here, and I've actually narrowly escaped a bunch as well. Most recently, I had to jump over a cholla cactus, and in mid-flight, I thought I was going to make it over, only to find out when I landed, it caught me on the back of my leg. I've got about 500 spines from the cactus still in my leg as a forever tattoo reminder. Some of the harder trails out here will certainly test you physically. You know, you got the endurance factor, riding for a long time at a very intense pace, which gets your heart rate up and really can challenge you. And you also have technical downhills that could have steep drop-offs, and if you make a mistake, can have cactus consequences.
And there are some unique hazards out there related to the unusual geography of the Tom's Thumb area. Scientists say this is where Arizona's second biggest rock slide happened. But don't worry, that was about 500,000 years ago. So what's the one mountain biking trick you need to learn out here to keep your adventure all thrills and no spills? Craig shows us the bunny hop.
Gonna hit a short uphill followed by a small granite obstacle. Here's how we would approach it. Pick the front wheel, lift the back, up and over. Just that easy.
Oh, and we should mention another challenge you can't see. It can be windy.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm totally fine. I caught...
All that mountain biking is making Renee one tough lady.